Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hater plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom.
What is up? It's another Friday fill-in. It is June. Can't believe it. June. School's out for the summer for me and many other teachers and or students. And got a couple more plants in the background. We are plant people here. Hey, give me a comment if you like plants. We are all about them here. If you have kids and they're out for the summer, Godspeed. I know that's a lot of work, obviously, because I typically get to see them every single day. But it's good to be out for the summer. And I actually have a number of things I want to talk about today, just because it feels like there's a lot going on. So the first thing on my mind, if you know anything about me at all, I love the game of basketball. I love the Pacers, and I also love the Iowa Hawkeyes. So let's roll the tape. How about that, Caitlin Clark?
Step back three just below the logo, drills it.
Let's go. 30 points tonight in the dub. I know the Fever suck.
Pull up three.
But come on.
Tickles the climb. Beautiful find from Clark.
He's got that Hawkeye color Kobe's on.
And the timing of that pass was impeccable. Clark, an absolute beautiful shot. Clark, another one.
7 threes tonight.
Oh my goodness.
So again, to cap it off, she had 30 points, 7 3-pointers made. She actually tied the rookie record in the WNBA for most threes in the game. 8 rebounds, 6 assists, triple dub hunting. But at the end of the day, she played really well. And we love to see that as Caitlin Clark fans and as basketball fans and women's basketball fans. So that is a huge shout out to Caitlin Clark with that record, 7 3-pointers. The next thing on my mind is meme coins or shit coins. So everything I'm about to say, please put this into the back of your mind or front of your mind. I hope everybody that's doing this makes a freaking massive bag. Like, I hope you retire off of it. Legitimately, I hope you retire off it. I hope you freaking buy a house, 2 houses with it, 3 houses. Let's do it. For me, shit coins are boring as fuck. I'm not interested in them at all. Doesn't mean that people can't make money off of them. But I'm just so like this meta that we're in right now, it's very boring. I saw some of the timeline today having posts of like, this meta is boring. I'm getting worn out, blah, 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 blah. And my thought is, and I know it maybe sounds crazy to some of you because you're like, NFTs are dead. They suck. I would much rather go back to the NFT meta of building and having fun. I think fun actually really matters. And I think we lost some of the fun, if I'm being honest. Doesn't mean you can't have fun. And again, please hear me when I say this. I hope you're making bags. I hope you're making fucking bags on bags. But for me, shit coins in general, meme coins in general are really, really boring. And I'm really ready to get back to more of the fun. If you lose fun in this space of Web3, hey, what's up, Bet GPT shit coins not fun? For me, they're boring, man. They're boring. Man, if you have the time, I suppose it can be fun because it's kind of like, it's probably like riding the best roller coaster of all time. Right. Shout out to Fuzzy Taco Shop, by the way. And they're all right tacos. Tonight I'm drinking a concoction of Topo Chico and a Waterloo mixed. They're not fun for me, Bet GPT, just because I just like, I know this is going to sound so cliche and corny. That's okay. It's a Friday fill-in, and it's my opinion. It could suck. My opinion could suck. I feel like the NFT narrative is more fun. I like the utility. I like some of those things of like community building. I know community, cliche, but I feel like I was really fortunate with the Bored Ape specifically that community meant like just dope people and having dope conversations. Shitcoins can be fun. For me, just for me, they're pretty fucking boring. The next thing I wanted to do, I want to give a massive shout out to one of the platforms doing amazing things in the space. They had their second drop, and that is The Colony. Man, if you haven't checked out The Colony yet, I would. I have not gotten into their drops yet, but the entire team at the Colony is goated. I love those people. They're good people, and they're doing really cool things. And so, if you got in on the drop, and I think this drop today, it minted in like a minute or 2 minutes, something crazy. But basically, these are vaults of people, and you can go in here and you can mint. This is sold out, and it sold out really fast. But you can see the items in the drop, and then you have a chance to get one of these cards. And apparently, some of these are good. I'll be honest with you, I don't know anything about Pokemon. Also, side note, and BetGBT or Coco, I love you. So you already know how I feel about you. I love that you're killing it in the streets. Yo, if anyone knows anything about this, is a side tangent, but it definitely ties into the Colony. If anybody knows anything about Pokemon, I'm not talking about the super rare stuff, but some of the stuff that's like more recent. If there's like a box that I should get, my son is gonna be 5 in July, and he wants to start opening cards and collecting them. And like I know nothing about Pokemon. I think they're cool. I collected, sports cards when I was growing up, a ton of them. That's why I got into Top Shot, which brought me literally to friggin' NFTs. But if you're watching this back, if you have a comment, if you know anything about Pokemon, something that's some of the newer boxes that aren't going to cost me like $5,000, from for years ago, if there's something that's a little bit more reasonable, 50, 75 bucks for a box, 30 bucks, that I can buy, that can be a little bit of fun, and maybe you have some chase hits, I would be super interested. But again, shout out to the Colony. I really like what they're doing. I think it's a fun idea. You can actually vault your physical collectibles with them. And again, they've had 2 of the drops. Oh, there's a Caitlin Clark right there. You can check out some of the things that they have vaulted thus far. But again, this is super new. And we'll check out the team here. Hopefully I'm still sharing. I am not. Let's go and share this tab. Technology is cool when you know how to use it. So the team is super goated. Pratik and Andrea are both really cool people. I've talked to Pratik a couple different times. And then the core team is just like loaded with people. Obviously, Profits is one of my favorite people. As well. I've known them for a really long time. And so I would just say, check out the Colony. I think what they're doing is really cool. I am a collector for sure. Magic the Gathering, Coco. Man, I'm up for that too. Like anything that's fun to collect. I know my son's kind of into Pokemon, or he likes some of the characters. He hasn't really watched any of it yet, but I'm just trying to think of some cards that he would like to. I love ripping cards. I used to do it all the time. And so he's about to be in that age that it's a lot of fun. So again, shout out to the Colony. If you have things that you want to vault, if you've got a bunch of cards, I actually have to send them some of mine because I have some pretty good basketball cards, some Lucas, a couple SGA autos that I need to send their way. Am I wrong? NFT better? I think NFTs are better, but I think people can have fun with both. I just think shitcoins are boring. It's probably because I don't have the time, to be honest with you. So then I feel like I just get lost in the sauce. All right. So let's see. The next thing on the docket, we talked about obviously Caitlin Clark. We talked about the Colony and Pokemon cards. I also wanted to give a wee bit of an update on if you are like me and you're sitting here narco style thinking, oh, better shut my messages. When Crypto Garga episode with TG, because Thread Guy did a recording, I want to say it was like a month ago or maybe 3 weeks ago. I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. Feels like it was 7 years ago. But man, you can look and see that Thread Guy says next schedule, it's coming out. Garga. He said soft commitment next Wednesday, hard commitment next week. So for those of us that are waiting for that awesome interview, that podcast with Thread Guy and Garga that is coming next week, I'm super excited about that. Shout out to TG. He's doing a lot of amazing things. Obviously, getting tons of freaking great conversations with all types of people. From freaking Iggy Azalea, I can't even talk. Iggy to Garga to everything in between. I know he's up at the F1 races as well. So tip of the cap to you, Mr. TG. But when Garga interview, those of us that are Yuga Labs Maxis are just waiting with bated breath. The next thing is kind of a tie-in, obviously, with me being a Yuga Maxi, as well as we were just talking about physical trading cards. Yeah, Coco, the Luca, I got a couple Luca rookies that are pretty good. I sold one early for about $1,000 too, but that was years ago, a couple years ago. Feels like it's 73 years ago. So this has been in my mind for a second, and I'm just going to share one of these sites here that really, got me here. I haven't been on here in a minute, but Top Shot. So Top Shot does these packs. If you know anything about them, You basically buy the pack. I was gonna buy one of these like sold out ones just to rip it live because it's been a minute, but I just didn't. Basically, you buy a pack and then you rip it. Some of them are more rare than others, as you can see at the top. This one, the legendary, I mean, that's $1,000, which seems really freaking expensive. I don't know what's in the pack. I guess we could look. Let's take a look. But basically, you can go in here, you can take a look and see what is available. Right, I feel like you get smoked. So I could get one pack to order because of my top score, which I haven't been on Top Shot in forever. But there's a reason I'm showing this. And so I got into Top Shot 2021, January, like I've always said, January 2021. The coolest moment I have, if I can find it real quick, I will. This right here, my friends, is the coolest moment I have, and it's not because it's Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley is average at best, but, and I haven't been on here for a second, if you go back and look at, what's this number? Shit, I can't even find the number. 37. All right, so mine specifically, I don't even know how to share this. This is ridiculous. Oh, here you go. Sales history on 37. Yo, Dingaling bought this for $5,000. Dingaling. If you don't know who Dingaling is, that guy's the GOAT. That's not the crazy part. And again, like when that happened, this was the end of March 2021. That was normal because it's like a rare. I know Malik Beasley's kind of average, but there's a reason I want to share this. And so Dingling bought this. Again, a super rare moment out of 99, a hollow moment. The fun part about this story, I won this moment from Dingling. He did a giveaway on X, and I actually won this moment, and he sent it to me. And ever since then, Dingling has followed me on X because we had to DM so that he could get my collection name for Top Shot. So that's my fun story about Top Shot. And again, I promise is getting somewhere. So Top Shot, it's cool. You get to open these packs. You get to see these plays. I mean, to be honest, it was a lot of fun. I've had an idea for a minute. I don't know if it's genius. I don't know if it's stupid, but I've had an idea. And it is, what if you did digital trading cards and they had different versions, varieties, foils, color variations, etc. Numbered, some not. You could make them as a playing game, but you wouldn't have to. Maybe they're just collectibles like sports cards. And what if you did it with the IP of Yuga Labs, or maybe even bigger? Maybe you make it all Web3. Any project that wants to put, their IP in, you can make these digital cards. That's already pretty cool, I think. You could maybe pull a Gordon Goner. Maybe it's the Gordon Goner 1 of 1 that's metallic or something digital. Maybe it even has a digital autograph on it, but it can get cooler than that. Now, typically, if you know anything about opening cards, that can be any type of card, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, One Piece, sports cards. There's always these like chase cards, these cards that are like super highly valuable. I've been fortunate to be able to hit some of those occasionally. But what if, for this idea, the chase cards were like different, like maybe they're physical items, maybe it's a 1 of 1 drawing from like a dope artist, right? Like you commission, I don't know, DK Motion to do a fucking physical of Gordon Goner or something, or even a digital version, like a derivative, if you will. And maybe some of it's like ApeCoin. Like what if it was you hit maybe it's like a code that you have to, enter into the site and it rewards you. It's like 1,000 ApeCoin. That's like a chase thing. Or maybe it's, I'm thinking Yuga Lab specific, but what if you partnered with NBA brands? And so then you're like, hey, you get a freaking year's worth case of Board Brewing up north in Canada. You get beers delivered to your door for a year, a 12 pack a month or something. That'd be freaking dope. Like those are the chase pieces. And then maybe some of them are literally a physical autograph or something from Garga or Luca Nets or some of these like cool people, these cool artists. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's, you get to make a physical 1 of 1 with some of these like toy makers, etc. And it's like a specific piece for you. Maybe it's Fresh Kicks. They do awesome painted shoes. And if you hit that case pick, you get your, you get your NFT or whatever you want on those shoes. I think that could be a lot of fun because number one, you can still collect the more common things. And you'd have to have some sort of marketplace too. So this is getting really deep in the weeds, but I think it could be really fun and cool. And I think the chase hits, the pieces there could be, I think, kind of the most fun part. So that's my little idea and rant this Friday. The next thing I wanted to talk about a bit was I love the me bits and I really love Project Dragon. It's right around the corner. And so I did want to get into some of these. Holy cow. I keep sharing my messages. That's great. So I wanted to get into some of these images that Garga posted. Got lost in Figma and found myself staring at a bunch of the old concept art from Metropolis, home of the Meebs on other side. The city has been in the hopper for a long time. Really excited for everyone to get to explore it and kill each other next month in Project Dragon. Shout out to the wizards over at Possible, who are our partners in designing and building the city. So let's take a look at some of the concept art. And again, I love bits. I love these cards of other side and seeing just again some of this early concept art. You can see the faces of the buildings, etc. And so I am immensely excited to get into Project Dragon. You know, I guess obviously it's relatively soon, as it's already June, which is crazy. I wanted to go back if I can quickly find it. Not so quickly, I guess. I wanted to play the little preview video. I thought it was in the other side, and now I have just failed us all. But I'm super hyped for the Meebtropolis to be the place that we get to run around and go shoot each other. We talked about this a lot, where it'd be fun to run around, have weapons. I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked, but it'll be a lot of fun to stream it. It'll be a lot of fun to run around with a large amount of people. They said they wanted to try to get up to 3,000 people playing at the same time, which is absurd. It's really cool. And so for me, I'm really excited about that. And that'll start in July. And so that's something that we're looking forward to here at Board Media Group as well, is that we'll be covering those. We'll be streaming those. Anytime that there's a Project Dragon release, we'll have somebody on the case, somebody playing it, probably getting their ass kicked. At least I'll say for me, I'm getting my ass kicked. Dookie Dash is around the corner. There's so much to talk about. We've talked about it on Wednesday as well. And then one last thing that I wanted to talk about briefly that's been on my mind. I think I covered everything else that was on my mind this Friday. If you have questions or thoughts, you can obviously hit me there too. I've got a little twofer, a two-piece, if you will. And that is number one. Yeah, here we go. Number one, you can control your narrative. You do. You control your narrative. You can control your energy and effort. That's something that we talk about as coaches. You can only, like, something that I cannot help with. I mean, I can try to motivate, but a student and athlete, us as humans, can control our energy and effort. And so, and that energy and effort will play into your mindset. And so what I would say is whatever you're doing, focus on what you like out of that, whether that be a specific project, whether that be a specific blockchain, whether that be a specific cryptocurrency, shitcoin, whatever it is. If you enjoy it, you're having fun doing it, freaking more power to you. Don't let naysayers, don't let people that aren't in that community or that shitcoin or that blockchain, that whatever you're building, don't let them rain on your parade. The mind is a powerful thing, and it can do really good things and really bad things. And so one thing that's been on my mind this week is that positivity is powerful. That doesn't mean that you just bury your head in the sand and think that everything's okay and great and, oh my God, roses all the time. It's not that at all. But focus on the cool things that are happening with whatever you are interested in. For me, I just listed off a bunch of stuff here on this Friday fill-in. Colony, the building happening within Project Dragon, the other side, Meebits, Caitlin Clark. I mean, these are all things that I enjoy. Top Shot. I used to love Top Shot. These are things that I've loved. I put a lot of time in, and no matter what other people said, I still enjoyed it. My mentality, my positive energy was going through and making sure that I was enjoying it. And it was fulfilling me. It doesn't matter if it fulfills somebody else. So that's my second to last note. My last note is, so we've been Board TV. I should say we started Board TV about 2 years ago, this month, June 2024. We will have been streaming every single Wednesday night, almost every single Wednesday. We've probably canceled less than 5 times, maybe 5 or less. And we've really loved it. It's been great. And we're going to continue to do that. We love talking about Yuga Labs. We love talking about other things in Web3 as well. Chopping it up. We feel like we have the best information. I feel like we keep really good conversation. We make it entertaining. We make it fun and informational. And there's a couple things to note on that. Number one, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Makes a world of difference. You can always retweet the space when it goes live on X as well. You can jump in. You can add comments like BetGPT and Coco are right now tonight. It makes a massive difference. It makes it more fun for us. We get more engagement. All of that matters. Secondly, we expanded to Board Media Group. What's up, AT? We expanded to Board Media Group. Again, this was probably like a year ago, I think. Maybe it was this, yeah, probably about a year ago. We expanded to Board Media Group, and that's because we wanted to do more. And what does that mean? Well, we wanted to do more. We wanted to cover different types of media. So we started doing our infographic on Mondays, which was like a weekly, like kind of heads up of this is what happened this week in Yuga Labs. We started doing spotlights. We've done a bunch of interviews. Some of those are podcasts. Some of those are video podcasts. We've done articles. I actually have 2 articles that I'm putting out over the next week as well from a couple different people that reached out. I'm also bringing another builder onto a probably a video stream at some point. The point is we wanted to start doing more media. Well, now we submitted to the Thank Ape proposal. There's only 30 that are getting chosen out. I think they said 143, but we submitted. We've been here a long time, and the funding that they are offering would do a world, or could make a world of difference for us, because we want to expand. We want to flesh out some of these concepts that we have on covering Ape Chain and the building that's happening ASAP, because that's already happening. ApeCoin DAO, as well as what ThankApe does with ApeCoin DAO, and then of course Yuga Labs and all the things that those touch. What's up, Beach Bum? Appreciate you being here. And so, like, number one, we're really like, if you're in for prayer or thoughts up to ThankApe on hoping that we get one of those, that would be dope. Appreciate you, Beach Bum. And so, like, that's coming out, I think, next week. Fingers crossed for that. Either way, hopefully we get it, because that will get us rolling. We'll be able to, we have these big ideas. We have big plans to be the ESPN of Yuga Labs, ApeCoin, and Ape Chain. Like, that's kind of our idea, truly. Like, that's a big dreams, but I'd rather shoot high, right, than fail low. And so ESPN of Yuga Labs, Ape Chain, and ApeCoin. That's the idea. And no matter if we get the Thank Ape proposal or not, and we really hope we do, because we've been doing this and we're trying to do more, we are 100% going to have an AIP at some point too. And the AIP is, even if we get the Thank Ape proposal, and that will be amazing, we will still try the AIP route as well to continue it. Because the thing is, anything that's you're building, we have a website that's amazing. If you haven't checked it out, it's boardmedia.xyz. It's freaking dope. You can vote for every single AIP, and you've been able to vote on our website for like a year. Who else is doing that? We put that in. We integrated that right away. You can connect your wallet. You can actually, I think it's called PWA, whatever. When you make the app of the website directly, you can put it on your phone or whatever. We have that if you want it to be right on your phone as an app. All of our content, this video content, it feeds right into there. Our articles that we do through mirror.xyz fed through there. We have all of the Yuga Labs X accounts linked, and that's just a start. And so we have big plans, right? We have big plans. We want to be able to help other content creators that are doing awesome things for ApeCoin, for Ape Chain, and Yuga Labs. And that's why it's called what we want it to be called. What we're going to be transitioning to is Board Network and Co. Because it's not just Board TV now. We want it to be something much more. And so shout out to Justin, Other Guide Pro, a really good friend in the space and an absolute G. He's going to be helping in this endeavor as well. And we're going to continue to try to build this out, but it's slowly. It's brick by brick. It can't be something that we rush because we want it to be a business. We want it to be a media company business, not just a passion project. It's been a passion project thus far, and it's been freaking fun. It's been awesome. We've had some dope ass guests, like really high quality guests, but that's just the start. We want to have interviews with Yuga Labs people, not for alpha, actually to get to know them. We're going to do way more like game show type things at Mint Mary Burn. We used to do it on Board TV. We're going to make it as a short segment. So we're going to have short form content. We're going to have articles. Obviously, we're going to post. I guess it's just post on X. We're going to have shorts on our reels on Instagram. We'll have shorts on YouTube, maybe TikTok potentially. We'll see how that works. The point is, we believe that we want to create the best evergreen content with our 3 pillars, really, which is Yuga Labs ecosystem, ApeCoin and the DAO, and Ape Chain. Those are the 3 things we want to focus on. Now, could it expand out of that eventually down the road? 100%. Board Network and Co. can cover everything. If we can get there and we have the team that we can support, and we have full-time editors and we have full-time content creators and we have full-time everybody, like that's the dream. That's the dream. We've been showing up a lot, all the time, and we love being here. What's up, Popple? And so there's amazing people doing amazing things already. A lot of the people coming through here tonight. We see you, man. We love what you're doing, and we just want to contribute in a bigger way. And so keep your eyes peeled. Fingers crossed for the Thank Ape. My toes are crossed for that too. But either way, we will eventually be rebranding to Board Network & Co. because we're going to be so much bigger than Board TV and Board Media Group. We want to be a collection of people and awesome people that want to create the best content in the space. And that means partnerships, and that means working with all kinds of people. I'm about collaboration. I'm so about collaboration. And so that's the idea, and trying to support others. So we're going to keep building, like Popple says. She's freaking goated as well. She's been building with the Mark Comms team for the ApeCoin DAO. So again, this is just the start. And I just want to say, those are some of the thoughts on this Friday for the Friday fill-in. I will try to do this at least twice a month. I'll commit to twice a month. If I can do it every single Friday, and sometimes probably in the summer, which summer is here for Mr. Phil, I will try to be here every single week because I actually truly love it. Again, if you haven't yet, make sure you follow myself on X. It's in the name, Fabaka31. Also follow Board Media Group. It's at Board Media Group on X. You can also find us on YouTube and Twitch and Instagram. Follow us all those places. Say hello, DM. Let us know if you want to come on to a show, if you want to do an interview, if you want to do a podcast, if you want to have an article written about you. We're here to help. That's what we enjoy to do. So thank you for being here. I hope you have a freaking awesome rest of your Friday, an amazing freaking weekend. This was the Friday Fill-In. Stay bored.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet.